Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Now, I'm here to share an interesting story with you. Non-human beings landed in Mexico's Congress without their saucer-shaped UFO as lawmakers on Tuesday heard testimony suggesting the possibility that extraterrestrials might exist. Authorities released the bodies of two alleged non-human beings for display during a congressional hearing in the Mexican capital. The remains were presented by journalist and ufologist JaimeMaussan. The alien bodies were reported to be 1,000-year-old. The Mexican journalist presented two boxes with supposed mummies found in Peru, which he and others consider non-human beings that are not part of our terrestrial evolution. The bodies of creatures shown to Mexico's Congress on Tuesday seem to feature elongated heads, tiny bodies, and 3 fingers. Mexican journalist and ufologist JaimeMaussan claims that the remains belong to actual aliens. The alien bodies were found deep underground in the sandy Peruvian coastal desert of Nazca in 2017. The shriveled bodies with shrunken, warped heads left those in the chamber aghast and quickly kicked up a social media fervor, news agency Associated Press reported. It's the queen of all evidence, Maussan claimed. That is, if the DNA is showing us that they are non-human beings and that there is nothing that looks like this in the world, we should take it as such. Maussan said it was the first time such evidence had been presented. These specimens are not part of the evolution of our world. They were not recovered from a UFO scrap. They were found fossilized in a diatom moss mine. We are not alone in the vast universe, we need to accept this reality, said Maussan while testifying under oath, according to Euronews. We are not alone, he added. Authenticity of the specimens has been greeted by heavy skepticism in scientific circles, and Mr. Maussan himself has previously made claims of extraterrestrial life that were debunked. NASA scientist Dr. David Spergel told the BBC, "Make samples available to the world scientific community and we'll see what's there." BBC reporter Sam Cabral asked the NASA panel about a series of photographs of purported extraterrestrials that were presented to Mexican authorities earlier this week. David Spergel, the former head of Princeton University's astrophysics department and chair of the UAP report, said he did not know the nature of the samples but urged transparency. "This is something that I have only seen on Twitter. When you have unusual things, you want to make the data public," Mr. Spergel said. "We don't know the nature of those samples," he said. Experts were quick to cast doubt on Maussan's claims. Maussan said researchers at the National Autonomous University of Mexico used carbon dating to determine the remains are about 1,000 years old. Scientists with the university have distanced themselves from Maussan's testimony, saying they were not involved in collecting the sample, nor did they come in contact with the full specimens. "In no case do we make conclusions about the origin of these samples," the university's National Laboratory of Mass Spectrometry with Accelerators said in a statement first released in 2017, per The Times. In 2015, Maussan similarly revealed a body that he claimed belonged to an alien, but it was later shown to be the remains of a human child. And 2 years later, he participated in a video project claiming that specimens uncovered in Nazca, Peru, with elongated skulls and 3 fingers on each hand were evidence of aliens. Archaeologists said some of the bodies may have been indigenous Peruvians, mutilated to look extraterrestrial, wrote Christopher Heaney for The Atlantic in 2017. And a report from Peru's prosecutor's office declared the specimens were recently manufactured dolls, which have been covered with a mixture of paper and synthetic glue to simulate the presence of skin, per Megan Janet Sky of the Associated Press. Julieta Fierro, a researcher at the Institute of Astronomy at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, raised several questions about the researchers' claims. She pointed out that their assertion of university endorsement was false and emphasized the need for more advanced technology to determine the nature of the alleged calcified bodies. Fierro stated, "Maussan has done many things. He says he has talked to the Virgin of Guadalupe. He told me that extraterrestrials do not talk to me like they talk to him because I don't believe in them." She also found it peculiar that such a significant discovery was extracted from Peru without involving the Peruvian ambassador. Jose JaimeMaussan has angered Peruvian officials who have filed a criminal complaint against him. Mr. Maussan said he has done nothing illegal and welcomes the Peruvian government to investigate the figures. Thank you for watching this channel. If you enjoyed this content and want to hear more interesting news like these, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you.